Sam and Max go to hell. Hello, my name is Alex McCornflakes. I am 21 years old and male, and I am also very, very smelly. One day, I woke up in my very smelly and dirty apartment. It was so full of dirt, so dirty that you couldn't understand the concept of its dirtiness. And I woke up, used my very dirty bathroom. The toilet was filled with poop and pee, and the mirror was nearly smashed. I then I then went into the kitchen and living room, which smelled like an old bus station toilet. I then sat down on my couch that was full of worms and said, "Whatever." I didn't want to clean because it disrespected the rules of the gods and Justin Bieber. I decided to watch Sam and Max because whatever. The episode started with Sam and Max waking up while tied to a nuclear bomb. Max screamed, "Time to get up, Sam! Time to greet the nuclear dawn!" He screamed in his New York Mafia accent. Fast forward a couple of scenes, Max Salmon was also flying the plane. He was also so fed up with their crap that he flew the plane straight to hell. The plane flew past demons, cringy TikTok dancers, and the really cringy Grubhub ads, and eventually they reached the bottom of hell, where they saw Metallica, Green Day, and Disney. They were all sent to hell for being really bad on Earth. They eventually landed at Hell International Airport, and Sam and Max were brought to the prison in hell. Sam was lying on the bed, crying his eyes out. Max wasn't even in the cell because he was in the computer lab while listening. He was listening to Welcome to the Black Parade for 8 hours straight. Who knew he was a big fan of My Chemical Romance? The guard, who was a demon, then came to their location and took them to the bathhouse, where they had to take really uncomfortable sponge baths that made them smell even worse. Meanwhile, Beavis and Butthead walked into their office and said, Beavis? I think we're at an office or something." "Cool," said Beavis. Butthead then went over to the phone and said, hello? The geek then said, "There's trouble in Paris. You guys need to go over there right now." Butthead said, "Shut up." Oh. The geek said, "Excuse me, Sam?" Butthead then said, can you, shut up and tell me how to get this computer to show porn?" He said. The geeks and said, "What? No!" Beavis then called on another phone and said, it then started ringing as he called in some weird number. My phone then started ringing. It was an old Motorola phone from 2006. I answered it and he said, "I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bungalow." "What?" I said. He said, "Are you threatening me?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "How's the weather in Tampa?" I replied, "How the frick should I know? I live in Portland." Beavis then said, "Goodbye, bunghole," and hung up. Hey, what a bunghole, I said. Meanwhile, Sam was sleeping at 4 a.m. However, it was 1 p.m. where I was. Apparently, hell uses Hong Kong time. Max screamed. Lauren was in their cell, and he was listening to Baby for 8 hours straight. Max said, "Get the frick out of our cell, Lauren." But Lauren refused. And then he said, "I don't want to leave your cell, Max Senpai." Satan then came to the cell and said, "Why are you guys still up? I said go to bed." And then suddenly, before he could kill them, a light then shined through the cell. Sam, Max, and Lauren were picked up by the light. They were being brought back to Earth via the wishes of the band 5 Seconds of Summer. And they escaped and kicked Beavis and Butthead out of their office. The credits song was "She Looks So Perfect" by 5 Seconds of Summer. The episode ended and I thought, it was so funny and so great, but At the same time, it was very, very smelly. Later that century, I moved to Key West, Florida, but there was a knock on my door one night. I opened it and